Do you know how I want you to think of failure? Let's just use the word fail in particular. F-A-I-L. I want you to think of that word as first attempt in learning. That's your first attempt in learning. Okay, so you may fail, and that's okay, because in order to succeed in anything, you have to first fail. So look at the failure as that. Well, okay, I failed, so now what do I do? What did you learn from it? Take the lesson from the failure and learn. Pick yourself up, try again. Because if you don't pick yourself up and try again, then you will fail. So there's honor in failure. And I want you to think of it that way. I want you to fail over, be willing to fail over and over and over again. Because through that failure, you're learning, and then eventually you will succeed. So hopefully that will inspire you to look at it a little different, look at failure a little different, because I can tell you, I have been successful in a lot of areas in my life, but I've had more failures than I can count. So I can probably count the successes on 2 hands, maybe 3 hands, maybe even 4 hands. But the failures, whew, too numerous to count. There were so many of them. And of course, if I sit down and really think about it, I can sit down and number each failure, starting from one relationship, this job, that job. You know, I've never failed a class. I've come close when I first went to college in algebra. No, not algebra, I'm sorry. It was chemistry. Algebra was probably more in middle school where I was close to failing and had to get a tutor. College, the same thing. Chemistry, the chemical elements and all that stuff was easy for me. But when it comes to calculating the moles and all that stuff in algebra, I was like, whoa, what is this? You know, so I had to get a tutor to help me get over that hump of calculations. And because in chemistry, there are different calculations that kind of reminded me of algebra, but it was just doing all kinds of stuff that was making my mind blow. So I was like, okay, how bad do I want to be a registered nurse? If I want to succeed and get over this failure, you know, or prevent myself from failing, I have to do something to help myself succeed. So that's what I did. I got a tutor. So whatever it takes, whatever you're failing at or about to fail at, just remember, it's your first attempt in learning. You'll learn, get up again, and try again, okay? You gotta be willing to fail as much as you succeed, because 9 times out of 10, most of us, when we journey through this life, we will fail more than we succeed. So it's how you handle that failure and what do you do after the failure that counts, okay? So this has been Nurse Sabrina Clayton. When you fail, I want you to get back up and try again, okay? Have a great day. Bye.